Hello, everyone, and welcome back to JaianMusic Notes. Very excited about today's episode. We are deep diving one of the most important animes as to why this podcast was created. And today, I am joined with two familiar voices. Let's start with Jacob La Croix Cardinal. How are you?
Gang. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Good to talk to you. Very excited.
Yes, sir.
Jacob, who has broken down the soundtrack of My Neighbor Totoro with me.
That's right. I was just remembering that the other day. That was true.
Yeah, a lot of lovely conversation.
Yeah.
And this is a very special thing for me because this is the first guest in JaianMusic Notes history making a return after 50 plus episodes of absence. He's been dearly missed. The one, the only, Juan Gomez.
What's up, man? I'm glad to be back here, dude.
Oh, very excited to have you on. Last time was Attack on Titan. Now we're attacking Naruto. How you been?
Man. Pretty good, man. I mean, honestly, I'm glad to be back. It's pretty much the only two animes I've ever seen, really. So it's good to be able to talk about the songs in them, you know.
Absolutely.
Especially the songs in these animes are such a big part of both of them. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And it's fun for me, too, because now I'm going to have to figure out how to get you back on the podcast and what capacity, since we're maxing out your two animes with this one.
I have been watching Demon Slayer in
perfect.
Like half a season every 2 years kind of thing. So
I cannot wait for that recorded in 2032.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So
by the time I finish it, I'll have like 10 kids.
Listen, there's so many great anime soundtracks, but there's also great sponsors. And the sponsor of this podcast is Laser Audio Technologies that offers creative effects plugins. They're phenomenal. And if you use code JaianMusic, you get 30% off at checkout. And every dollar generated from that code goes straight back into the podcast, such as GoPro Kyo, who does all of the artwork. All right, let's start from the very beginning. What does the Naruto soundtrack sound like to you? The first thing you think of in your head, what melody comes to you? I'll start with you, Jacob. Like just on a grand scale here, the Naruto soundtrack, how does it hit?
Well, you know what's funny? I have a hard time remembering sometimes like the actual intro songs of like each arc, you know, because each arc has like its own opening song and its own closing song. But the one song I will never forget, it's like the Naruto song for me, is the
Yes.
You know, that shit, that slaps, dude. When you hear that, you know you're about to start running with your arms flailing behind you.
The only right answer is Bluebird.
Yeah.
Bluebird is the other one for me too. It's a anime that like changes its openings like quite often. I want to say like every 30 episodes.
Yeah.
And we all remember basically the majority of them. I think that speaks to how well crafted, whether it's from Flow or other bands that have been featured as openings. There's also like obviously essential soundtracks in my opinion, like Sadness and Sorrow. That's the flashback song in my opinion. That's the song that's like...
That's the song on Swing, bro.
Yeah, that's the song on the Swing. It's the one that takes you back. Yeah.
I used to sit on the swing, man.
Yeah, bro. You can't be like that, bro. You and me were the same. I used to sit on a swing back in
the days, man.
Back in the days, I used to sit on a swing, bro. That's the Talk No Jutsu. That's the opening line.
It's very accurate. It's extremely accurate. What are some other standout ones? Are like the Rising Fighting Spirit. That's like the opposite energy of Sadness and Sorrow. Just like pure battle, pure fist throwing. That one is like a favorite of mine for sure.
Can you sing the melody for me? I have a hard time remembering the names of the songs, but as soon as I hear the melody,
can I do
Juan's got you.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, dude. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like there's also like another track, and it's called Loneliness. It's literally like such a lonely, sparse piano melody that like makes you feel completely isolated.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like the opening of Bohemian Rhapsody, but like, you know, Japanese.
Which one is that? Is that like it almost sounds like it's on a harpsichord kind of thing, or
exactly? It's like the classic like Sadness in the Rain, Kakashi, like sad because Maria died.
They're telling, they're telling a story of like when Jiraiya died or whatever.
Yeah. There's like that harpsichord kind of piano sound.
Yeah, I know which one that is. Yeah. It's the same for me as Jacob. Like kind of how I don't necessarily remember the song titles.
Yeah,
but I always remember the songs themselves.
As soon as I hear the opening
The
chorus.
melodies.
Yeah.
The melodies are extremely like memorable for sure. There's also the whole thing like I completely forgot like there's like the Naruto movies like The Land in the Snow, Legend of Stone. Like there's so many great movies too that like these songs kind of come back through. And I find that like the Naruto soundtrack, yes, it's an anime music, but it's like such an orchestral music as well. It's so like vast and full of layers and layers and layers in the instrumentation. Do you feel like that is something that could only like it has to be like that to cover like such an intense story like Naruto's? Like we need a large orchestra, or do you feel like a small ensemble is also something that like could fit in the anime? I'll go to you, Juan, first for that. Like if you compare and contrast the idea.
Well, dude, honestly, I think it's both, right? What makes the music in Naruto so great is the range. Well, you're gonna have something like the Rising Fighting Spirit that's like just rocking, like just basic. It's a basic rock riff, right? Like it's not much more complicated than that. It's with the flute, but then you'll have Sadness and Sorrow, which also has a flute, and then you'll get to stuff like the I never remember if it's the Akatsuki one or if it's the Pain theme, but I think they both have choirs.
I think every Akatsuki song has like
exactly. Yeah. That's exactly it.
And then there's like big like taiko drums. Yeah, classic. Yeah. It's always the villains get the dope music.
Yeah, exactly.
I do feel like the villains do get like cooler music,
and that's like that's anime wide. That's not even just Naruto. Like that's every anime in the history of the world. The dope, like the villains get the dopest music.
Yeah,
I hear you, true. But also the Rock Lee theme.
Oh yeah, I'd have to hear it. Do you remember the name?
It's literally called the Rock Lee theme.
I'm going to check right now. I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on.
Listen to the Rock Lee theme. It's like just like this cowbell ripping guitar, like absolute banging, like right away we're dealing with someone who does millions of push-ups a day, someone who like only trains in one style of jutsu, someone that's all about like almost soloed a Jinchuriki in like the preliminary rounds. Can we remember that? Almost soloed a Jinchuriki in the preliminary rounds. I want to repeat myself. Almost soloed a Jinchuriki in the preliminary rounds.
Absolutely.
That's dope music.
It's don't get and then there's like dunk 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 with the fucking cowbell going all the time. Needs more cowbell.
It needs more cowbell. I got a fever.
It's true. I'm actually rewatching. It's something I wanted to tell you about, Jaian. I don't know if I know I spoke to Juan about it, but I've been rewatching. I'm seeing the emblem now on Discord, but I found like a Discord channel of this guy. He's basically doing what a dude had done for Dragon Ball Z, where he's cutting out all the filler and he's rearranging the episodes with the cut out filler into like a chronological order series. So it's like rewatching Naruto like fresh for the first time. It's incredible. So everything's actually arranged like they cut out all the flashbacks. Like there's no flashbacks really. So they take the flashbacks, they actually put it in the sequence of the episode so it works chronologically. It's so dope, dude. I've been rewatching and they're basically formatted into like movies. So they're about an hour and a half, 2 hours for a whole like at least a piece of an arc. So like a whole arc of the anime is like maybe 2 or 3 movies, maybe 6 movies, 7 movies. It's so sick, dude.
It's amazing.
So you just like pieces together the episodes.
Yeah, he just like cuts
it.
Just
watching an hour and a half, the whole like tuning exam arc, like the Force of Death.
Yeah, the tuning exam arc, the Forest of Death is one movie.
Right. I get it.
You know, or like the 1v1s is like over two movies basically. Kind of thing. Like so he chops out basically a whole arc is like a small season of movies.
And the only thing is there's only one problem when you skip fillers, and I mean I skip fillers every single time. Yeah. But seeing as we're speaking about the music of Naruto,
of course,
we got to highlight how much of an underrated banger the filler song is. I don't know what the song is called.
What does it sound like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dun.
That's like the Leaf Village, like living in the yeah.
That's like when there's no problems in the Leaf Village. That's the song that plays.
Yeah, that's the calming one.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. It's actually a banger, and like it's too bad that like it's mainly reserved for fillers. I think in some of the early Naruto episodes, there's some like scene.
What, he's like eating ramen like and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Ichiraku like happy life music.
Yeah.
It's such a vibe, dude. That song.
I was listening
Very vibey.
to some of the kind of on my way home today before getting on this podcast. I was listening to the OST soundtrack as well. So like some of the openings are there, some of the like ending credit music is there, but also some of the during episode music is there too. And some of the shit is wild, dude. Like some of the, we talked about it briefly, but the orchestral, like some of the arrangements are so massive. And I'm like, this is a song that doesn't even play like intro or outro, so you don't pay attention to it. But when you hear the actual song, you're like, damn, this is huge. But like there's dialogue over it half the time, so you don't actually really pay attention to it. It's kind of a shame, but it's cool. Like it's low key dope, but also a shame because the song is so huge.
Absolutely, it's completely true. The thing too that I wanted to bring in is that like later on, there is like as when Naruto became Naruto Shippuden, like they bring in a new composer by the name of let's not butcher this. You got this, Jaian. Yasuharu Takanashi, known for Fairy Tail and like being a very orchestral, dramatic, explosive type of composer in his compositions, and I just found that like it brought like I just feel like the soundtrack in Shippuden is more high stakes. Like how the battles even increase in terms of like, oh, we're not doing Kankuro versus Shino. Like we're doing slicing asteroids now. Like the automatically the cues gotta step up. And for you, like how did the cues like break into that next stratosphere of music? You see what I mean?
I feel like on my end, it's almost like, I don't know, Jaian, if you're familiar with the Harry Potter series, but that's one thing I could compare to. It's like when after the second movie, they brought in the other Dumbledore and shit got real dark real quick. That's exactly how Shippuden felt like. Where Naruto still like, there's drama, but it was always like talk no jutsu. And it was like, you and me, we're the same and we could be friends after this. And then Shippuden came along. It's like, no, we're going to have to kill or be killed at this point. And it's the Akatsuki, and like the Akatsuki are just a bunch of devils and we're supposed to hate them and stuff. He only really talked no jutsu'd on Nagato and Pain. Otherwise, everybody else was like, no, we gotta kill you.
Well, he also talked no jutsu to Obito, no?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, in the war arc.
That's true.
That's true. Or was it Kakashi that talked no jutsu'd?
Well, it was Naruto ultimately.
Yeah, it was Naruto ultimately.
Yeah. I mean, it was a mix of both. Yeah, it was a mix of both for sure, but ultimately it was Naruto, I think.
Okay. But every other Akatsuki, I mean, that's two of how many? Like, are there 7, no?
7 what? Like bad guys?
Akatsuki.
Yeah, seven Akatsuki.
Yes.
I guess they talk no jutsu to Orochimaru too, because he's like a housewife in Boruto.
In Boruto. Yeah. It was more Sasuke that like, because when Sasuke brought him back, he was like, "I'll follow Sasuke" or whatever. But yeah, I guess out of the Akatsuki, the only ones. Well, I guess you could count Nagato and Conan, but it was like Conan only got convinced because Nagato got convinced. So
that's true.
I don't know if that really counts.
But true, yeah. I mean, when you look at the involvement of the Akatsuki in the whole Shippuden arc before the war arc, things are dark, dude. Things are fucked up. So the music reflects that, I find.
And
a little more dark, aggressive, epic, a little bit less of like punk rock fun, but like more orchestral epicness.
Yeah, and one of the cool things I find that they used to do in the first part that they did less in Shippuden, but it makes sense thematically, is they used to play a lot of the ends of songs near like the ends of fights. You know, like you'd always hear that guitar solo on the end of I can't remember if it's Rising Fighting Spirit or the other one. It's like it's like really like it gives this finality to the song that you don't ever really get in Shippuden. So that's why they do it less, because at a certain point in Shippuden, they're just like you end one arc, you're going straight to the next, right? There's never really any finality. Whereas in like part one, you do get like a bit of transition between. So whenever it's like the ends of fights, you get the ends of the songs. That kind of goes well thematically with that, right? So it's pretty
Usually,
cool how.
and I think in OG Naruto, it's very chopped up, like you're saying, Juan, where you have like the epic fight scene and then the sad kind of consequence of the epic fight scene, and then everybody goes back to the Leaf Village and it's back to normal after that. But Shippuden, it's like everybody's on the road eating shit for like months before going back and having their
for
ramen.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just think of the start of Shippuden. He's like, I'm back. Now I can do 2 Rasengan's.
True.
Now I can do big Rasengan.
Yeah. I'm at the arc now in my rewatch of the edited version. It's like the in between him leaving with Jiraiya and coming back in Shippuden. Yeah. It's like, I can't remember what the name of the arc is, but it's like, so for example, there is the arc where Sakura fights
Sasori?
No, before she fights Kabuto at Orochimaru's lair. They go to try and get Sasuke.
Bridge. The Tenchi Bridge.
No, before that, it's in Orochimaru's lair. They go there with Naruto, and then there's the girl with the clan. What's the name of the clan again?
Oh, it's a filler, dude.
It's like a filler arc, but it's included in the edit because there's some relevant like information. So they kept it in the edit. But I'm in that kind of in between, like the Sasuke rescue mission that failed and the Shippuden arc before leaving with Jiraiya and training it to be a sage.
Oh, this is part 1.
I'm still in part 1. He's still a kid.
Yeah, it's early Shippuden. This is definitely early Shippuden.
It's pre-Shippuden, but like post. It's like post Naruto.
Oh,
it's like post.
Wait.
Yeah, post Sasuke rescue mission, but pre-Shippuden.
Yeah, because after the Sasuke rescue mission, there's like, I don't know, it's like 100 or 150 like just filler episodes.
There's like 2 arcs of like random filler stuff.
Yeah.
But the edits that he did, I think he's keeping some of the stuff because it's kind of relevant to character development.
Yeah, and like Gaara shows up at one point in that arc, no?
Yeah, so
like
now
ninjas.
The episode I'm watching right now, Gaara is taking on like a trainee, he's become like a sensei, and they're training a bunch of like young sand ninja.
Yeah.
But then the sand ninja, his one student gets kidnapped because they're trying to get to Gaara. Anyways, so that's the arc I'm on right now. But it's not like, I don't think it's like manga related, but it's like still kind of character development related. So it's still in the edit, which is cool.
That's awesome. But like, I feel like just to bring it back to like I had an idea about what we were talking about openings, where, how can I say this? Like, there's so much rock in the openings, and I feel like Naruto like has a lot of rock, but then you were saying like, oh, like Shippuden has less rock. I find that the Naruto openings had so much legend to them. They're so well known. They're so like commonly sung. They're so commonly playlisted. They're so commonly like in like any anime music listener's feed. Like 9 openings in Naruto, 20 across Shippuden, if my research is correct. And there's like bands like Asian Kung Fu Generation that has like Haru Kanata is a classic one.
Yeah. I was just listening to
like,
some.
Best opener. Hands down.
Fighting Dreamers.
Fighting Dreamers. Dreamers.
The guitar riff on Haruka Kanata is just. It's dude, it's so good. You can't beat that. And like, I often have this debate with people because a lot of people say that
but like,
Fighting Dreamers
we're talking about openings, like what about Bluebird? Bluebird needs more love and mention here. Like, that's like
we haven't talked about it enough.
Such a iconic and important and powerful opening for specifically Shippuden, because we have that like female vocal that kind of opens it with some light acoustic instrumentation, and then we just dive bomb into like melody, guitar, full band pickup. Like, let's go. We're all going on this Naruto adventure together, and just the rhythmically, I just felt like the vocal sat so well, and like the drummy, guitar-y, like it just, the pockets were all so well shaped musically for that one for me. Like, it always stands out as like, that's such a good opening. This is how you anime open.
So I have one thing about Bluebird is that so the opening right before, so the second opening, right? Because Bluebird's the third opening on Shippuden, and the opening that's right before Bluebird was a Distance. You are my friend. And I thought that when I watched Naruto for the first time, I thought that opening was so lame that after that, I was skipping the openings all the time up until
What?
Yeah, so I only got into the Shippuden openings.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, I only got into the Shippuden openings when I watched it for the second time. At this point, I've watched it like 4 times, so like I've heard all the openings a million times. But I thought Distance was so lame that I was just like, "Fuck this! I'm not watching any more openings." So I skipped Bluebird and a bunch of other openings. I think until we got to whichever one it was when Jiraiya got killed. So yeah, rest in peace.
Spoiler alert, people.
Yeah, for something that happened like 15 years ago. But
JK though, he didn't die, right, guys?
He comes back in the next episode, right, Jacob?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, Jacob?
I was low-key hoping that would happen, but no, he died. He died. As
I used to sit on. I used to sit on a swing.
I used to sit on swing.
Sit on swing, man. didn't they do some fucked up? I haven't watched Boruto, but didn't they like clone him or whatever in Boruto?
Yeah. In one of the arcs.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know if they. Yeah. So one of the villains.
That's not a real thing.
In Naruto, one of the villains is a clone. They had some DNA of Jiraiya, and they cloned him. It's not Jiraiya. It's not like a real version, but he's a.
It was like a bait and switch or whatever.
He's made from Jiraiya cells, so he contains some of the same powers. But it was such a weird like twist in the arc. I was like, this doesn't make sense, bro. This is stupid. Boruto is like, I mean, we'll keep it music related, but Boruto ended up being like a big flop. But now I think it got better because they had to come up with a bunch of shit waiting for the manga to catch up. So
Is the music in Boruto any good?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
There's some bangers. There's some bangers in the openings for sure. I remember having like some. Yeah.
I haven't heard any like much like I haven't heard any iconic themes. Anyone say like, "Oh, this theme from Boruto is so
So here's the
iconic."
thing: you're falling in the Boruto versus Naruto like argument here. It's never going to be as good. It's never going to hit as hard. That's the issue. You got to look at Boruto individually, okay,
and judge it on its own merits by itself.
Exactly,
Fair.
and on its own merits, it's got some vibey endings and openings, and it's fine music. It's not anything incredible like the best thing ever, but it's fine.
Fair.
So-
fair enough.
So yeah,
I mean,
and
personally, I would put the music
Yeah.
of Naruto up there with the music of Attack on Titan. Is that because it's the only 2 animes I've ever watched? Maybe, but I think they're both
I think
equally as
because
great.
Naruto. I think because Naruto was the anime that shaped a generation. It's different, you know. I think Attack on Titan came a bit later and was a banger. No lie. Like Attack on Titan's fire, but I think music wise, because Naruto is like one of the. It's like kind of like the One Piece era of like the GOAT animes, you know, or Bleach or whatever. Like that era of GOAT animes.
It was low-key like the spiritual successor to Dragon Ball Z, I feel like, right? Like Dragon
Maybe,
Ball Z
yeah.
was a bit before my time. Like I have seen some episodes here and there, but I never watched the whole thing. But like I feel like it was like low-key kind of a
I think Naruto was the '90s kids anime.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like the
and
90s
I feel
kids
like
anime.
like Naruto's music still holds up to this day because like there's so much diversity. There's so many iconic melodies, and it's emotionally honest because it's tied to such powerful moments in the anime, like Sadness and Sorrow and Rising Fighting Periods. Like, it's always going to be that battle song, and it's always going to be that flashback song. But like, it's direct and it's raw. Like, it hits every time. Like, it places you back in that moment of the anime. Like when a soundtrack, you listen to it and you're like, oh, when this happened, or like, oh, it's the swing song. Like it's like so
The swing song. We always come
iconic.
back to the swing, bro.
it's always a swing, bro.
It's fine, but like it's so iconic that it gives you geolocation in the anime. Like
Yeah.
Ninja Academy swing. That's crazy. Like,
So good.
It's the fact that they put so much effort into having almost a different song for every emotion that you're going to feel, but also almost a different song for every character, right? Because we have like, and you probably don't necessarily associate the song with the character every time, but like the third Hokage had his own song. Sasuke has his own theme song. Orochimaru has his own theme song. Itachi has his own theme song. We talked about Pain. Pain is iconic.
Yeah, iconic theme. Yeah, for sure. And I don't even know if I would say that they all have one specific, but they have like sonics that suit them, you know?
Yeah, and it's just like...
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Jacob?
Like, I don't know. Maybe it is just different parts of the same song, but in a scene example with Pain, it's probably not always the same. It's mostly that one, but there's also other maybe parts of the same song that they're using that they're editing too. Like one thing I've noticed a lot in Naruto, kind of unrelated to what we were just speaking about, but is they'll reuse a lot of the same songs, but probably different sections of the same song.
Right.
I don't know if you would agree, but as I'm rewatching it now, I'm watching like 1 hour, 30-minute long episodes technically, right, with the edit. And I'm noticing how many times they use the same 2 songs throughout one episode or throughout this one section of the arc. And I'm like, fuck, they keep using the same song. Like I've heard it 4 times in the last hour, you know? But when you break it up into episodes, when you break it up into the actual episodes of how you were supposed to watch Naruto, you probably don't notice.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. But I still feel like it still has it's still a soundtrack with so much cultural impact. Like it's so broad and like reached like generations. And I think that like let's look at like the legacy of Naruto. Like there's like little Naruto concerts that one can attend. The soundtrack has like 40 openings, like I was saying, so 40 endings. Like just like on like ending and starting an episode, we got 80 pieces of music. That's insane.
Flo did a show in Montreal. Like
Flo did a show. Oh, that's a tongue twister. Flo on a swing in Montreal. You know,
Flo sat on the swing in Montreal.
We gotta get a swing in Montreal, dude.
I'm sure there's swings in Montreal.
We gotta get one swing on the tree, bro. Outside is like a CJEP or something.
Park Laurier, hit me up. Yeah, exactly. But like we're approaching like 1,000 a song. Like there's like at least I'm gonna venture to say like at least 500 original soundtracks for this anime. That's ridiculous. That's a lot.
But I do want to circle back to earlier when you mentioned Takanashi, like when they switched from Masuda to Takanashi. I mean, at a certain point there was crossover and they was kind of kept going too, but you can also feel the shift in vibe almost from part 1 to part 2. How like, you know, when we were talking about how part 1 has finality and has those transitions between arcs, and then part 2 Shippuden, it's all like just balls to the wall, like bang, 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 one after the other. And you can feel that shift in vibe in the tonal shift in music as well. How like Masuda is a lot more, you know, straightforward rock. The song starts and the song ends. And then Takanashi in Shippuden is a lot more like, how would you say it? Like it's almost bigger. It's more epic, almost a lot more like Game of Thrones-esque. I don't know.
Absolutely. It's much more wall to wall.
Yeah, like symphonic. You know, like you've got like the choirs, the orchestra instruments, all of that. So it makes it like the stakes get a lot bigger in Shippuden, and the music gets a lot bigger too. So it's super interesting how like both of those composers added their own flavor into the fact that like, you know, the tonal shift in the series is so big, right? It goes like they're not kids anymore. They're like people are dying. You know what I mean? Like some people died in part 1, but a lot more people died in part 2.
Absolutely agree with you. And maybe we could talk about like the video game soundtracks in Naruto a little bit too. Like there's one track, I think it's from the Ultimate Ninja Storm series, Under the Trees.
Jaian, I did a quick ChatGPT analysis real quick before we hop into this subject.
Okay.
For the total amount of pieces of music used in Naruto. I mean, it's obviously subject depending on where it's grabbing its data from, but apparently theme songs and ending songs, 84, so good estimation, for the entire Naruto series, including Shippuden.
Wow.
OST, Naruto OG OST, so during the actual episodes, like background shit, 64 songs. Shippuden OST, background songs, 81. And then major OST, major movie like background music shit, 30 plus. So in the movies as well. And so all of that together for movies, Naruto Part 1, Naruto Shippuden, all together around 259 pieces of music.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wonder if that.
My research was with the video games and Boruto included, so I don't know if how much that's.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny though, because as much as I really, and it probably goes to, so the Naruto games being fighting games.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that I played, because there are like, well, what was that? There was like a Road to Ninja or something like that.
Some are more story based than just fighting, I think.
Yeah, some like some of the old like Xbox 360 ones were a little bit more story based, but like the ones that I played, which were just all of the Ultimate Ninja ones from Ultimate Ninja 1 all the way to Storm 5, it's almost like the music doesn't matter as much. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, because it always matters.
You're playing
like,
a game.
It's always part of the vibe.
You don't focus on it.
Yeah, but even like, if you've played Red Dead Redemption 2, like like the music is a big part of that. Witcher 3, same thing. Music is a big part of that, because you're like immersed in this world. But the fact that the Storm games are like fighting games, it's almost like I can't really remember any like iconic tracks or iconic songs from that, which is not like to knock on the music. It's just, when you mentioned the games, I just kind of had that realization now that like I remember.
Maybe because they're more arcade style games, especially those ones. They're more just like a Tekken 5 or like a Mortal Kombat style, where it's like, yeah, there's music, but you're so focused on playing the game and fighting your opponent that you don't really hear the music that much.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably what it is. And I don't know, like I feel like maybe they reuse some of the stuff from the anime.
Maybe.
I don't know if
I hope so. I would hope so.
Yeah, I feel like if you have the
it's
license.
such good soundtrack, like, and it's like such a anime with so many memorable like, name me another anime with as many memorable melodies.
I mean, first of all, there's no anime I feel that has come close to longevity, maybe other than One Piece and Bleach. Bleach has a lot of episodes too, but as like Naruto has, but Naruto has a shitload of episodes, and every arc has its own intro and outro song, basically. So just when we talk about just simple volume of music, statistically, we're bound to retain more from Naruto than any others, because there's just more of them.
Yes, absolutely. It's like such a wide spectrum of music.
But it's the nostalgia factor too, right? Because it was like a 90s baby anime. That's the nostalgia factor. It's like when we hear songs from when we were in early 2000s, we're like, yo, this is a banger. Because we were kids when that was happening. And I don't know, we retained that more.
There's probably a certain factor of that, but I feel like to be able to hit that nostalgia factor, it has to impact you to begin with, right? Because you're never nostalgic for something that didn't impact you. Like, I watched a crap ton of cartoons like when I was a kid. Like, I watched, I can't even name you all the cartoons that I watched. I probably remember like the opening songs for a handful of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember the opening song for like Ed, Ed and Eddie. I don't know. Like off the top of my head, I can't remember much. I don't want to spend too much time on that.
There's not much nostalgia is what you're saying.
Well, because I have a lot of nostalgia for a lot of those cartoons that I watched as kids, but not necessarily the music in them.
Yeah, exactly. For the music specifically, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like, whereas Naruto, like I'll hear that and like, yeah, I get that nostalgic feeling. Like, fuck, like when I was a kid.
It's a musical imprint in your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this anime like took a step.
And like you said, Jaian, too, you geolocate where in the anime that song is from, kind of.
That's powerful music. Like, I can't think of an anime that does that for me too, as well.
You hear a certain song, and then it reminds you of a certain arc. You know, I haven't gotten to the Shippuden arc in my rewatch right now, so I'm looking forward to getting to the Shippuden arc so I could hear the songs and be like, yeah, bro, this is what happens in this arc because I remember this song, you know?
Yeah, bro.
It's going to be cool.
Absolutely. Completely agree with you. Personally, like, I feel like I hit all the, like, these were the main points I wanted to, like, discuss. I was like, I got to get these things off my chest. I love to, like, open the floor to, like, other specific topics you guys had in mind, but, like, I'm content with, like, these were the main things I wanted to discuss personally.
Well, I mean, I feel like one thing we haven't really talked about, like, we mentioned them a lot, but the openings, man.
Yeah.
The how well, and so let me preface this by saying that unfortunately the war arc has a lot of not very good openings, I find. Everything after I don't know.
It's like everything after the
Fifth?
pain arc started to get a bit weird, maybe.
Yeah, what was the pain arc one?
And the pain battle had such good animation, remember?
Yeah, well, okay.
Because the
hot take,
animators
I
were
think
busy doing the
animation's
movie.
fine.
Yeah.
I think the animation in that fight is overhated.
It is
so
overhated,
good.
bro. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's prime time animation.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Hold on, let me just listen to some of these real quick.
No, of course, listen to them away. But like, I think there's maybe some truth to what you're saying in terms of the war arc. I can't think of like great soundtracks in the war arc. I can think of cool battles. I can think of fun like attacks and like collaborations. But the music, like I feel after the pain arc, like the pain theme and the Akatsuki theme, like I'm like, okay. Musically, I feel like I'm fulfilled. Like I feel like we've hit the spectrum of like what was the most standout, flashiest, biggest, most relevant culturally type of music in Naruto.
Truth is, for me too, like I actually retain more of the music that happens like during the episodes than the openings and endings.
Yeah, because they're tied to moments.
Yeah,
Again.
but I'll remember, like, if I hear the beginning, the first 2 chords of an opening song, I'll remember the song. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I
Yeah.
know this song, and I'll be able to sing you the melody. But I don't remember them like off the top of my head. But during the episodes, I could remember 3-4 songs that are always playing during the episode.
Absolutely.
But like, so one of the last openings, like I can't remember if it was at the beginning of the war arc or like right before it. But it was the whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah.
So that's like one of the last ones that I was like, that's a big banger. And then after that, you know, you had like the diver song where he's like falling in the water and it starts like with a couple chords, and then there's the one that's like starts like a little country like when they're standing on top of the rocks there, like Naruto,
Right.
when like Sasuke comes like ding 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 ding. And I don't know, I feel like
Oh my god, why did that just hit me when I saw your smile, Jacob?
I don't remember this song, but it sounds like it would be so irrelevant to Naruto. A country song.
I now that I'm like re-listening to these like little snippets here, I'm also remembering like what arcs they're from, right? And like a lot
For
of them, like I said,
associate
yeah, and like a lot of them, like I said, are from the war arc. And I feel like we just come back to the same problem that like Naruto Shippuden has always had, is that the war arc was just too fucking long, man. You know what I mean? Like it was just, and there was so much stuff that you're just slogging through that I feel like I associate these openings.
That was Kabuto's time to shine, Juan. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah.
That was Kabuto's greatest, finest hour of work.
Kabuto Chimaru, bro.
Still finest hour of work for Kabuto.
I don't know, man. It's just like there's a lot of like it feels like a lot of those arcs that are canon feel like filler, and a lot of the openers feel like filler openers too. So it's like I don't know.
The accuracy of this hurts.
Oh, this one.
What's that one really weird one? Eyetes.
Yeah.
Eyetes.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, or is there one that goes Nato yeah, bro.
Yeah. That
I don't know if that's OG. Was that
an
an OG one or was that a Shippuden one?
I think it's in the war arc too. I think that's like one of the only ones I really like
Gang, gang.
in the war arc. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, fire song.
Yeah, it's a fire song.
The ones that stick with me the most are the more punk ones, I think, for some reason. Like the vocal melodies of the punk ones. I don't know what it is about Japanese singing punk music. It's like, it hits so hard.
I feel like this is the part where I say thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking the time. Is there any final Naruto music stuff we want to mention here? I feel like I'm good personally. Jacob, you're good?
I'm good. Yeah.
Haruka
Yeah.
Kanata is the best opener.
Hey,
Let me
let
hear
it be
it.
known that Juan's personal preferences are only his own and not representative of JaianMusic Notes.
What's the name
No,
of the
they
song?
are
Haruka?
representative. Haruka Kanata. I don't know. Haruka Kanata.
Jacob, where can people find you online?
You guys can find me at Mix with Jacob on Instagram. That's where I'm most active. Otherwise, you could look me up on my website, www.mixwithjacob.com / just mixwithjacob.com, baby.
Love it. I love it. And Juan, where can people find you?
I'm pretty private everywhere now, so I don't really have anything to promote or any social media that's open. So,
aren't you that guy who was doing a Naruto jutsu on a pool bar table and then just got the white ball in?
Yeah, and if you follow me, you might have. If you follow me, you might have seen it. But if not, my Instagram is private. So
Ooh,
and that guy was feeling couldn't believe that you got the white ball in. He really got the white ball in.
That was terrible. That was a terrible shot.
It's okay. It happens.
It was so.
Reminder that JaianMusic Notes is sponsored by Laser Audio Technologies. Go use code JaianMusic for 30% off. Big thank you to GoPro Keo for all of the artwork. A big thank you to everyone taking the time to listen to this episode. JaianMusic.com is my website. You can follow all of my projects over there. Follow JaianMusic Notes in your favorite podcatcher. And I am at JaianMusic on social media. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time with me tonight. And I will see you on the next one.
Thanks, man.
Arigato
Thanks for having me.
gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Peace.